Hi there. I wanted to do a vlog about a couple of things, just show you what I've been doing. Well, I finished my Mirror online class. It's gouache and mixed media, and I've already cleaned up my desk a bit, but it was really messy. It was quite a bit of work, this one. But I'm really, it's done and I'm really happy. So there's time for other things. And I'll start off with this pile of books. I was at the bookstore yesterday, and the first book I want to show you is Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And I did not buy it yesterday, and still it is here. How is that possible? Well, I am my mind can be like that of a sieve, and then I forget what books I have. So I came home with books that I liked so much that I already found them in my bookcase. Well, I won't say how often, I don't even know, but it happened quite a bit. So I would always end up giving them away as presents. So I have this really good app in my phone now where I keep track of all the books that I have. You can simply scan the codes here, and then it says that, this I already own. So, but anyway, I do like this book very much. If anyone wants to know about showing their art, there are lots and lots of books out there that will tell you about making money as an artist. But what I feel is that most of those people, even when they come from publishers, it's a bit outdated. It's how it used to work. The complicated things no longer work. This Austin Kleon guy, he's wonderful. He's to the point. He says it like it is. And it's really interesting and very simple. So, good book for anyone who wants to make art their work. Second book, this is The Secret Life of Colors by Kassia St. Clair. This is especially interesting to me because the past few weeks, the only thing other than making my online class was that I studied pigments. That's what I did in my free time. I hardly had any free time, but sometimes I couldn't sleep at night, and then I would study pigments. And it was really interesting, and it has changed the way I look at my paint collections, which is why I am I'll show you one beautiful set of paints, although I see that I forgot to, now there is paint on my finger. I forgot to bring the color chart that belongs to this one. I'll take you there. I'll go pick it up so you get to see my beautiful floor. And okay. Taking you back. So this, this is the box of paint, and they're very dark, very intense. So this is the color chart. This is a Daniel Smith set of paints, and I composed these paints by example of Jane Blundell. She is janeblundell.com or janeblundellart.com, I don't remember. But she recommends these palettes that you can use. And people often ask me, Mandy, what color should I buy? And I find it very difficult to answer. So what I did is I put myself in your position, and I thought, okay, let's see. What if I am looking for advice on this? How would I go about it? So that's how I did it. What I did is I studied all the pigments, basically. I read every word on Jane Blundell's website and blog, and eventually I ended up buying her ultimate 4-color set, which is incredibly transparent and very vibrant, as you can see. It's these 4, and then I added her Viridian recommendation, or Novtello green, and I added quinacridone gold and carbazole violet and Titan buff, because to me this makes the set complete. And I also composed a 15-color set, and I made the Jane's Grey, which is ultramarine and burnt sienna mixed together. It gives a beautiful gray, looks a bit like neutral gray. So as you can imagine, I've become pretty interested in pigments. And what I also found out is when I went through my other brands of paint, and this is Schminky, I found out that, you know, these, for example, are 12 colors that are standard in the set. I hardly use them, but when I look through all the boxes of my paint, it turns out that the colors I use most, that I almost used up, all fit into Jane Blundell's advice about pigments. So there is something about single pigments that, you know, I wasn't thinking about it, but intuitively, those were the colors I would always grab. So that's why when I ran into this book yesterday by Kassia St. Clair, The Secret Life of Colors, it's a Dutch translation, you know, I was sold. There is so much information about the history of colors. You know, there are all different yellow pigments in here, and then there is explanation about the colors, the meaning of the colors, how they have been used by human beings, but also gives a historic perspective of, you know, today I have the, well, I know it's an insane wealth to have this box of paint by Schminky, to have an insane wealth of having all those colors that can mix so wonderfully into so many more other colors. But, you know, it's not that long ago that people didn't have that luxury, and this book explains why. There is this bit about this red color that is made by something from a gland, a little fluid from a gland from a snail, and they would have to kill 250,000 snails for 30 grams of pigment. 30 grams. It was for a purple. It was the purple that the Roman emperors would wear. And the Roman emperors, Nero, would be so furious when somebody else wore the purple color that he would have them undressed and have them taken away all their possessions, because by wearing the purple, you would be daring the emperor, the imperial supremacy, so to speak. So today we can walk around in purple, no problem. I mean, it does really tell. This book is also about the history of us human beings in many respects. It's about chemistry, it's about accidental discoveries, it's about health, it's about society, politics, it's about money, it's about spices, it's about the way we explored the world and expanded the world, and it's also about how now we are getting into replacing organic by chemicals, and well, we do it in every aspect of our life. But, well, anyway, good book, especially if you're as fond of colors as I am. Okay, then moving on to Alessandro Barrico's Silk. This is a Dutch translation, and I waited for that because this book is not originally Dutch. If I'm correct, it was published in French. The reason I bought this is just look at that. This is Rebecca Dautremer's work, and I love, she is my heroine. I keep saying that, but she really is. Just look at that. I mean, I'm not going to show you the whole book. You just, if you love her work, you have to buy this. It's very, how am I going to say? I don't know about the story. I have no idea. I bought it in Dutch anyway because I'm going to read it. But, you know, I'm looking forward so much to leafing through this story and, you know, let both Barrico and Dautremer take me on a journey. And it's just so, it's breathtaking. There is also a Bible. It's not called the Bible, but a Bible. It's by Philip Leggermeyer and Rebecca Dautremer, and that's just as beautiful as this. And, well, really glad with my haul, yesterday's haul. Okay, so then we move on. I already showed you my the watercolor palettes that I've been, I'm reorganizing this one, and I actually ordered a few other colors to balance out the Schminky paints because I am missing a couple of pigments that I now feel I need after mixing quite a bit of color wheels. So turning around a little bit, there is a few things I want to show you. What I've been doing today is my new online class is about